today.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They go play action here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, far. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Jones. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 37-yard line. Throwing Jones. And that's incomplete. The Giants at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Broncos, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Far. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here's Jones on first down. And this is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They run with Thomas. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Far. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing on first down. Crockett. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Shifts past him at the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Crockett. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Crockett, and he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Crockett, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now. They'll look to throw again. Dances by him, and he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. A lot to get to here in this final day of September. So let's get started. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now Thomas. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Farr shifts by at the 15. They find some open field here. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. 164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Crockett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down now. Farr. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down. Crockett. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because Everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Jones throwing on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Brian Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
You remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a team.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will have a Giants first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This is Thomas, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Far. 180 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, far, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Crockett. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Crockett sliding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on in line, but it came up just shy of the cross. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Jones. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Man, 216 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Far. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for the Broncos, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.